Hello students, myself Professor Snehal Kadbhane, Assistant Professor from Mechanical Engineering Department of KK Wagh Engineering College Nasik. I welcome you on today's session which will be delivered from subject Energy Engineering. Under this head of Energy Engineering, today we will be seeing how to solve numerical from Unit 1 topic Thermal Power Plant. From Unit 1, that is Thermal Power Plant, for today's session we will be seeing how to solve numerical for Rankine cycle. Learning objective for today's session is to make students able to calculate Rankine cycle efficiency, quality of steam, specific steam consumption, energy supplied. Problem statement: a steam power plant operating on Rankine cycle receives steam from boiler at 3.5 megapascal and 350 degrees Celsius. It is exhausted to condenser at 10 kilopascal. Calculate first energy supplied per kg of steam generated in a boiler. Second, quality of steam entering condenser. Third, Rankine cycle efficiency considering feed pump work. Fourth, specific steam consumption. Step number 1 is to draw or to represent given problem statement on TS diagram. On this TS diagram, now we can see our given data is represented that steam power plant works between two pressure limit, upper pressure limit and lower pressure limit. Upper pressure limit is 35 bar, which is represented here over P1, while lower pressure limit is of 0.1 bar PB, which is represented in 2 to 3 process. So we can see that this Rankine cycle, it operates between two pressure limits. Step number 2. In step number 2, we will see how to calculate energy supplied per kg of steam in a boiler. It is denoted by notation Q. First, energy supplied Q. From diagram we can see TS, on TS plot Rankine cycle is plotted. Energy supplied is denoted by notation Q and its formula is written as energy supplied is equal to H1 minus H4, where H1 stands for the enthalpy at point 1, so enthalpy at point 1, while H4 stands for the enthalpy at point 4. So energy supplied Q is equal to enthalpy at point 1 minus enthalpy at point 4. Its meaning is that energy is supplied in a process 4 to 1. So it represents that energy supplied during steam generation process or energy supplied in a boiler 4 to 1 is will include economizer, boiler as well as superheating section. We will see how to calculate energy supplied. As per formula, energy supplied is equal to enthalpy at point 1 minus enthalpy at point 4. Point 1 is inlet to turbine while point 4 is end of pumping process. So to calculate energy supplied, we need to know values of enthalpy at inlet of turbine or outlet of superheater and enthalpy at the inlet of economizer or outlet of pumping section. So with this reference we need to find out enthalpy at point 1 and 4. First we will see how to get enthalpy at point 1. For this we have to refer steam table. as per our data, we know the values that at point 1 pressure is 35 bar, else also at point 1 temperature is T superheated 1 is equal to 350 degrees Celsius, and it is given as per the data. So from our data we know pressure is 35 bar and T superheated is 350 degrees Celsius. As pressure and temperature is mentioned and superheated temperature is mentioned, we will refer superheated section of steam table, and from superheated section at a conjunction of 35 bar and 350 degrees Celsius we will identify value of enthalpy, and from table we will get this value, which is H1 is equal to 3106.5 kilojoule per kg. Similarly, we will see how to get H4. H4 is nothing but enthalpy at point 4. Point 4 represents end of pumping process or beginning of economizer, or we can say that point 4 is a starting point of energy supplied process. We can see energy supplied starts at point 4 while energy supplied it ends at point 1. Hence, if we need to find out energy supplied at point 4, we have to refer process 3 to 4. From TS diagram we can see process 3 to 4 is pumping process, that is from process 2 to 3 we get condensate. That condensate will enter into economizer, but through pumping process, means this feed water or we can say condensate will be pumped into economizer for the steam generation process. Means 3 to 4 is a pumping process. So if we need to find out enthalpy at point 4, we have to refer process 3 to 4. Also at the same time, formula for pump work can be written as, in terms of enthalpy we can write pump work is equals to H4 minus H3, because we can see that enthalpy at point 4 will be higher as compared to enthalpy at point 3, because 3 to 4 is a pumping process, means pumping will start at point 3 and it will end at point 4. So if pumping will start at point 3 and it will end at point 4, during pumping enthalpy will increase, and that's why enthalpy will be higher at point 4 while enthalpy will be a bit lower at point 3. Hence pump work will be written as H4 minus H3. As our unknown is H4, that is enthalpy at point 4, we will rearrange that term and we will write H4 is equal to H3 plus pump work. So from here this we can see, to find out H4 now we need to know two more unknown, that is H3 means enthalpy at point 3 and pump work. So we will see how to get pump work and how to get enthalpy at point 3. First we will see how to get pump work. Pump work, as just discussed, 3 to 4 is a pumping process, point 3 is beginning of pumping process, while point 4 is end of the pumping process. That's why enthalpy will be higher at point 4 while enthalpy will be bit lower at point 3. Hence pump work will be written as H4 minus H3. At the same time, pump work can be also written as pump work is equals to P1 minus PB upon 10. But We can write this formula in this way only when our pressures are in a bar. If pressure is in megapascal or kilopascal or any another unit, we can't write here. In denominator we can write 10. To write here 10 in denominator, we have to write it in this way, that P1 minus PB is equal to upon 10, means pump work is equals to boiler pressure minus condenser pressure upon 10. P1 is boiler pressure while PB stands for the condenser pressure, that is back pressure. PB doesn't mean boiler pressure or back pressure. From data it was clear that P1 is 35 bar while condenser pressure is zero point 0.1 bar. So we will substitute values from the data and we get answer 3.5. Also note that when our pressures are in a bar and we are going to divide it by 10, in that case the answer we get, it becomes equivalent to kilojoule per kg. But this equivalence is valid again only when our pressure units are in a bar. They should not be in any another unit. So provided pressure are in a bar and divided by 10, in that case answer's unit will be equivalent to kilojoule per kg. Now why we have converted pump work into kilojoule per kg? Because we can see that everywhere all formulae they are represented in terms of enthalpy. We are calculating everything in terms of enthalpy, and from steam table also whatever values we get, they are also in enthalpy. Therefore for equivalence we need to calculate everything in terms of enthalpy. Now we have got value of pump work, that is 3.5 kilojoule per kg. Now to get H4, again we will apply same formula, that H4 is equal to H3 plus pump work. Pump work just now we have calculated, it is 3.5 kilojoule per kg. What about H3? H3 from this TS plot we can see that point 3 lies on the liquid saturated liquid line. As point 3 lies on saturated liquid line, from steam table at point 1 bar, process 2 to 3 is a condensation process. From data we know that condensation will occur at point 1 bar. We can refer pressure based steam table, and from pressure based steam table at point 1 bar we will select value of HF. Why HF? Because in steam table in front of any pressure value we will observe three main column for enthalpy. One will be HF, that is enthalpy of only liquid. Then HFG means enthalpy of a wet mixture where there will be mixture of steam as well as liquid content. Then third column will be Hg. Hg is nothing but enthalpy at gaseous state. But we can observe point 3 does not lie between saturated liquid and saturated vapor line, so we will not refer HFG value. Also point 3 does not lie on the saturated vapor line, so we will not even refer Hg value. Point 3 lies on the saturated liquid line, therefore we will refer HF value from pressure based steam table at point 1 bar, and that value is 191.8. So we have calculated 3.5 by using pump work formula, P1 minus PB by 10, 3.5. Then H3 we get from the steam table 191.8, and after addition of these two value we get enthalpy at point 4, that is 195.3 kilojoule per kg. Our main purpose was to calculate energy supplied, capital Q, by using formula H1 minus H4. Energy is supplied during process 4 to 1, so enthalpy will be higher at point 1 and enthalpy will be lower at point 1. enthalpy at point 1 we have directly obtained from steam table H1 3106.5 at 35 bar and 350 degrees Celsius. By H4 we have calculated by using pump work formula, that is 195.3 kilojoule per kg. Both answers should be in the same unit. We will substitute energy supplied is equal to H1 minus H4, that is 3106.5 minus 195.3, and we get answer energy supplied is equal to 2911.2 kilojoule per kg. This was our first answer that was supposed to calculated. So on this slide we have mainly seen how to calculate energy supplied in a steam generation process, and that answer is 2911 kilojoule per kg. On this next slide, in step number 3, we will see how to find out quality of steam entering into condenser. Let us consider quality of steam entering condenser. That notation we will consider as a X2, means dryness fraction at point 2. Quality of steam entering into condenser. We observe this TS diagram. From TS diagram we can see process 1 to 2 is expansion over turbine, while 2 to 3 is condenser process, condensation process. Means after expansion till point 2, a full expansion carried over the turbine, that steam will enter into condenser at point 2. Means entry to condenser is denoted by point 2, while exit of condenser is denoted by point 3. And hence, as question is find out quality of steam entering condenser, means we are supposed to find out actually dryness fraction, but entering condenser means entry to condenser which is by point 2, hence in suffix there will be 2. So we have to find out X2, quality of steam, or we can say dryness fraction at point 2. We will find out it by using formula S1 is equal to SF2 plus X2 into SFG2. This formula is nothing but it stands for isentropic process. From TS diagram we can see process 1 to 2 is isentropic expansion over the turbine. For isentropic process we can write entropy at point 1 is equal to entropy at point 2. Entropy at point 1 is represented by S1, while entropy at point 2 will be is S2, but it will be represented in this way SF2 plus X2 into SFG2, because from TS diagram we can see point 2 lies in a wet region while point 1 lies in a superheated region. As point 1 lies in a superheated region, we will directly write S1, and we will not consider any liquid content, any moisture content, but point 2 lies in a wet region, means in between saturated liquid line and saturated vapor line, hence it will be rewritten as a SF2 plus X2 into SFG2. Therefore we can see that to calculate dryness fraction we need the value of S1, that is entropy at point 1, SF2 entropy of liquid state at point 2, then SFG2 entropy of that wet mixture at point 2. Now we will see how to get these three value. First we will see how to get S1, that is entropy at point 1. From TS diagram we can observe point 1 lies in a superheated region, where we know both the values, that point 1 is at P1 of 35 bar and T superheated of 350 degrees Celsius. From this value to from this steam table these two values are given. Therefore from steam table at P1 35 bar and T superheated 350 degrees Celsius we can note down value of entropy directly at a conjunction of 35 bar and 350 degrees Celsius. From superheated steam table, we will directly select value of entropy S1, and that value is 6.661 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. So no need to calculate, because at point 1 we know both means pressure as well as temperature. Calculation not required. But now to get SF2 and SFG2, again from steam table, but now we will refer pressure based steam table, because SF2 and SFG2, they will stand for the process 2 to 3. We can see for point 2 we know only pressure and we doesn't know temperature. And also we can see point 2, it is within saturated region, means in between saturated liquid line and saturated vapor line. It lies in a wet region. As it lies in a wet region, we have to refer pressure based steam table. Therefore, from pressure based steam table, at a pressure of zero point 0.1 bar, PB means back pressure of condenser, at zero point 0.1 bar we will select value of SF2 and SFG2. Why we will select both SF and SFG? Because as point 2 lies in between both the saturated line, at point 2 there will be mixture of liquid as well as vapor state. Hence, to calculate entropy at point 2, we need to know how much will be entropy of that liquid content and how much will be entropy of the gaseous state or vapor state. Therefore, from pressure based steam table at zero point 0.1 bar, we will note down SF2, which is 0.649 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Also, we will select the value of SFG2 at zero point 0.1 bar, that is 7.501 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Hence, we have found all three value. So as we have considering isentropic process 1 to 2, that is isentropic expansion over the turbine. For this isentropic process, we have written formula that S1 is equal to SF2 plus X2 into SFG2. S1, SF2 and SFG2, we have selected this value from steam table, S1 from superheated steam table, while SF2 and SFG2 from pressure based steam table. We will substitute all the values in formula and we will get value of X2, that is dryness fraction at point 2, and after substituting all the values we get X2 is equals to 0.8015. From TS diagram also we can observe that point 1 is in superheated, while point 2 it is in a wet region, but it is much closer to saturated vapor line. As point 2 is closer to saturated vapor line, that's why dryness fraction value should be also higher. TS diagram itself indicates it and our answer also shows it. So it's get validated that answer X2 is correct. It is 0.8015, means at state 2 steam will be more dry, liquid content or moisture content will be lesser and gaseous content will be more, or we can say vapor content will be more. Step number 4. In step number 4 we will see how to calculate Rankine cycle efficiency. It is denoted by notation eta R. To calculate Rankine cycle efficiency, formula is turbine work minus pump work upon heat supplied. From TS diagram we can see turbine work is in the process 1 to 2, expansion is 1 to 2, while pumping is 3 to 4, heat supplied is 4 to 1. So Rankine cycle efficiency will be represented as turbine work minus pump work upon heat supplied. that is Wt minus Wp upon Q. Turbine work minus pump work can be also rewritten as a net work done or shaft work. Now turbine work. Expansion is 1 to 2, so turbine work will be represented as H1 minus H2 minus pump work. It is 3 to 4, so it will be rewritten as a H4 minus H3 upon heat supplied. It means to get Rankine cycle efficiency we need two values of H1, H2, H3, H4 and heat supply. Out of that already we have calculated H1, we directly know pump work, we also know values of H3 and H4, also heat supplied is also calculated. Means only unknown parameter that need to know to calculate enthalpy at point 2 is nothing but the H2 to find out efficiency. So we will see how to get enthalpy at point 2. To get enthalpy at point 2, from TH diagram we can see point 2 lies between wet region. So it will be written as HF2 plus X2 into HFG2 from steam table at point 1 bar, that is from pressure based steam table, because at point 2 we know only pressure, we doesn't know temperature. We will refer pressure based steam table, and from pressure based steam table at point 1 bar we will select value of HF, that is 191.8, and we will also select value of HFG2, that is 2392.8. both the value will be selected at point 1 bar. Also we have calculated already X2 dryness fraction, which was 0.8015. So we will substitute all the value, that H2 is equal to HF2 191.8 plus X2 zero point 0.8 into HFG2 2392.8. After substituting all the values we will get enthalpy at point 2, that is 2109.6 kilojoule per kg. We get enthalpy at point 2 was to find out Rankine cycle efficiency, which is given by turbine work minus pump work upon heat supply, which is formula is expanded H1 minus H2 minus H4 minus H3 upon Q. Now we know all the values H1, H2, H3, H4 and heat supply. We will substitute all the values and we get Rankine cycle efficiency is equal to 34.12 percentage. So on this slide mainly we have seen how to calculate Rankine cycle efficiency. So to calculate Rankine cycle efficiency we need to know turbine work, pump work and heat supplied. Its meaning is that we need to know enthalpies at point 1, 2, 3, 4. That is, we need to know enthalpies at inlet to turbine, exit to turbine, inlet to pump work, outlet to pump, and heat supplied. Final answer, Rankine cycle efficiency is 34.1. Step number 5. Last, it was asked to find out specific steam consumption. How to calculate specific steam consumption? It is represented always by SSC. Its formula is 3600 upon net work done. Net work done is nothing but shaft work, that is turbine work minus pump work, which already we have calculated on previous slide. So we will substitute only that value, shaft work, that is turbine work minus pump work. Therefore after substituting we get 3600 upon 993.4, and we get specific steam consumption is equals to 3.624 kg per kilowatt hour. Its meaning is that, what is significance of specific steam consumption? Its meaning is that 3.624 kg of steam will be consumed per hour to produce 1 kilowatt power output. This is the significance of calculating or knowing value of specific steam consumption. Hence, in this today's entire session, we have seen first of all mainly how to calculate heat supplied, capital Q, H1 minus H4. Then we have seen how to calculate dryness fraction at the inlet of condenser, that is X2. Then we have seen how to calculate specific steam consumption, means how much steam will be consumed to produce 1 kilowatt power during 1 hour. Also we have seen how to calculate Rankine cycle efficiency, which is given by formula turbine work minus pump work upon heat supplied. Thank you.